He's going to go from talking about basketball somewhere to talking about basketball somewhere else. You know, I just hope Coley Mick talks basketball again because I'm going to miss it if he's gone. And you know what the Sacramento Kings are doing right now. You know, it's a man
some
with
people
fucking
are interested.
pubic hair, children, and you know what the team bouncing a ball is doing in their lives. All right, what else?
Well, there's been a big retirement.
Yes, it's a day of mourning at Barstool Sports.
Oh, I know. I saw that. Jeez. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know Trill Withers at all. It sounds like, according to everybody, he's the greatest guy of all time. I mean, I think Barstool will go on. And is this even operational right now? Are we even doing a podcast?
Yeah. What's the point of all this?
Is it going to be released? The company is shut down.
I haven't heard from HQ.
My biggest thing is, I mean, do I have to call Coley Mick now to talk about the Bucks, or how is that going to work going forward?
What do you mean?
Is he going to still talk basketball?
No.
So
done.
He's never going to speak about basketball again in his life?
I don't think so.
You want me to stay? I have not arrived. You and me against the world, but I don't want to lie.
Mickstape's dead. Yeah, which I assumed was going to happen. Because shit really fucking stinks. I'll always love Tyler.
Seems so strange
for everything we were able to do together.
So we'll stop. So I don't know
Hopefully.
either one of these people. I mean, I've met him a few times. Very nice guy, is my understanding. But like, he quit. He'll go somewhere else and do a job. Someone will hire him. I'm sure. Everyone says he's great, so he'll do his job. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like he kind of fucked Coley Mick over a little bit, to be honest with you.
I think a lot. If Coley feels like he can't do the podcast without him, yeah, he got fucked over. I think if they're best friends.
That being said, like Dave laid out, he's like, if you feel this way about me, you shouldn't work here anymore.
Right.
So I respect that. And if he's like, I don't feel comfortable. But my thing is, like, no, you know, it stinks, I suppose, for them. I understand that, but these are decisions that adults make, and he'll have another job. Nobody is really any worse off. I mean, I think personally, he'll probably go somewhere, I don't know, some basketball site or the Ringer or something. And,
well, I don't know. Would the Ringer hire a minority?
No, probably not.
Well, they would. They just wouldn't give him any position of power.
And no one would hear him. So.
Right. But I would say, I would guess 4 months from now, he may wake up one Tuesday or Wednesday and think, geez, you know, I'm not getting the same buzz that I had in this old show. Which
That's possible. People do. There are people that like that podcast. Some like people my age and younger
like NBA
recommend
niche.
it to me a lot. And there are times where they don't talk basketball. They talk about other shit. So I don't know a lot about Tyler. I hear he's very talented, so I'm assuming he'll be all right. But if they're best friends and they love doing that podcast together, it's very successful. I'm surprised they couldn't work this out in some way.
I mean, maybe he legitimately feels the way he feels. And then if that's, like we said all along, if that's how you feel, then you should quit. Right? That's what Dave said. And if you don't want to work, if it makes you that uncomfortable, like, you know, that's too bad. Good luck with everything. But you should probably, I mean, but this is the same sort of funeral tone he had with Kevin and Dan. It's kind of like, I mean, I get it. He's your best friend, but nobody died. You know, nobody died.
Right. There's a very ominous tone over this, like something real serious happened. And I guess I just don't know why it's a different company to work at today than it was a month ago. I'm in a different position.
Well,
but
frankly, it's probably a better one. I mean, from that perspective,
I would say so.
Honestly, so
well, he might have gotten offers too. Is the other thing we don't know
for sure.
If he's hanging out there, he's going to quit. He's going to leave. Somebody could have approached him and said, "Hey, we'll take your NBA."
Or he may have
podcast."
legitimately thought about it and said, "I just don't want to work here anymore."
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Does it sound like that the whole time?
How long? No, it actually, believe it or not, it gets worse.
We had a lot of pals over the years. Stiz, Joe Harris.
Is Grimy?
Not our Stiz.
Could be.
I don't want to start naming people. I'm just going to forget people because I'm an idiot. And this is ending, which kills me. Fucking kills me. And it kills me because it very much feels like my fault.
Oh, stop that.
Probably not directly, but
I don't know how it would possibly be.
Because he brought him in?
Tyler into this
Oh,
world.
come on. Brought him into this
And
world.
with that,
I mean,
is a certain level of responsibility on me. So I can't help but point the blame at myself. Everyone else wants to blame other people. No, it's me. Other people didn't help. For sure not. But at the end of the day, I brought him in.
Let's unpack this for a minute. I mean, I don't want to get super into the end of Mixtape. I mean, my life will go on, but like he brought him in there. Everything was fine. Some insane resist programming thing who continues to try and swing away like Murchison. Put some video up there that looks, this no doubt is stupid. You know, Kevin and Dan roll around and apologize 5 million times. Dave is kind of an asshole about it, and then he quit. Like I don't think I don't know. I mean look, and again, obviously Trill has a different experience than I do, totally. But like he could do his show. I think again, he could do his show with Coley and all these other people and do your thing, and Dave would never bother you. You go on your podcast every day for 40 minutes and call Dave a fucking asshole. Nothing.
You can make the title whatever you want.
Nothing would ever happen. Like Coley did not bring him into, you know. It's like it's like he brought him into some fucking, you know, he got murdered or something.
I know it's different from racist hate, but Dave irrationally hates 2/3 of this podcast,
right?
Or at least the human beings on this podcast.
I'm not sure it's irrational, but yes, I hate 2/3 of this podcast. But yeah, but again, it's different. It is different. It's just different. I get that. There's parts of it I don't understand. I totally accept that. But there's got to be part, and he walked away. That's fine. But like this sort of like, oh, it's my fault. It's your fucking fault.
Well, at some point you have to stay. At some point throughout the beating, you have to stand up for yourself and say, "Hey, this is not a horrible place to work." I don't think Coley thinks it's some horrible.
Well, he's not
place
quitting,
to work.
I assume.
Coley's not. No,
so he doesn't then, right?
But Coley's saying like I brought him into this seemingly horrible situation, I guess, which I don't think it is for anyone. I hope not, anyways.
Yeah.
So now he just creates a new basketball podcast and abandons the RSS feed for Mixtape in honor of Tyler? Or?
I don't know.
I don't know what he does. Well, he was not originally like a content guy. He was a social media guy.
Who?
Coley.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know if he'll just go back to doing social media stuff.
He's on with Jared and
he'll
those
do
guys,
Section
right?
10 still, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what his plan is.
But boy, I mean,
The podcast gets weirder.
really?
Yeah.
Does he cry or no?
Very funny. Still very funny.
Thank you.
And I know the fun
Hold on,
levels
hold on.
are.
He doesn't. It doesn't get weird enough. He doesn't talk about like what if and casting for Cheers, does he? Does it get that weird?
Did you already hear this?
Imagine that. Bill Cosby.
No, it just
Would you believe it, folks?
it starts to like
don't wanna blow
the
this.
audio file was corrupted, so it starts to break down, and for like I don't even know how long, 10, 15 minutes, it's just completely incomprehensible, like digital garbledygook, and then they put up a best of episode on the end.
Really?
Yeah.
Why'd you just give it away?
It wasn't always like that. It was a hell of a 4 years. I can't keep saying 4 years.
Oh, really? It's like this for 10 minutes? That's funny.
Officially in February of 2017. We've been doing it since, I believe, October of 2016. So almost 4 whole years.
It's actually a good way to say goodbye. We may do that in our life.
I was about to say, I wonder why he didn't re-record it, but it is kind of funny to do it like this.
Maybe he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
We wanted to. We completely ignore directions. Get same messages.
All right. They do like a best of, you said?
Yeah, they
there you
they
go.
tag on to the end like what they thought was the best
Well,
hour-long episode.
R.I.P. the Mixtape. I never knew you, but I'm sure I am. I'm sure some people liked it. I don't know.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah, people liked it.
Good. Well, good. I mean, hopefully, you know, I mean, hopefully this guy finds a nice job somewhere else and is comfortable, I guess. And I mean, he's gonna go from talking about basketball somewhere to talking about basketball somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I would assume hopefully he'll still be able to talk about whatever other shit he talks
Yeah.
about, but it'll be the same type of podcast, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but I guarantee you will not have the same amount of creative freedom.
I wouldn't think
no
so.
Way.
That's the odd thing about all of this is people are kind of nothing changed about Dave Portnoy, nothing changed about the company. I just don't know what the difference is from a month ago to now.
Well, my guess is I don't know this. Can we ask him to come on? I'm sure he won't do it. but we
Coley
can
and Tyler?
How about Tyler?
Okay.
Yeah. And my guess is that the answer, I don't know, is probably the way Dave handled it. Like,
Right.
especially telling people if you don't like it, quit, this and that, fuck off, is my guess. And to that, I would say, like, he has these moments with everybody. Now, I understand.
It's
different.
When you see it with everyone else, I don't know what you were expecting.
Sure. But and I get why it's different. But I don't know. Again, to me, it's semantical to some extent battle. I think what Dave did is different than saying, Trill Withers is a blank. an N-word. You know what I mean? An N-word.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
what,
yeah.
like what he did, the way he did it is different. I mean, it is just different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's but he may feel differently. Obviously, it's a different, like I said, different experience than I do. But what I mean, whatever. It's a podcast I never listened to, so I hope he. Like I said, I hope they all do well. You know, I just hope Coley Mick talks basketball again because I'm gonna miss it if he's gone. I need to know what the Sacramento Kings are doing right now. You know, it's a man
some
with
people
fucking
are interested.
pubic hair. Children, I need to know what the team bouncing a ball is doing in their lives.
I think
They would get into other things, damn it.
That's right. I did hear that. I was told they did do that. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
I think Mike and Brittlebone Ted should reach out to Erica and say, "Hey, we're willing to do a basketball podcast."
Sure.
Fill
I'll
that gap,
listen to
baby.
that. I would listen to that.
I don't know how well versed either of us are on the sport, but
I want to listen to you two talk before the podcast starts. So you can talk about what it's going to be like.
that I think is worth capturing.
Oh, I got some stuff.
There's some
I
magic
got some
there.
stuff on the Clippers. I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to let you know Ted yet, though. But
Ted?
wait do you find out?
Buckle in. Are you buckled into that chair?
Yeah, I hope so.
Because you're about to fly out.
Yeah.